What's up, everybody? Reggie, Steven, Stuff, Cats. Who else we got here? Martin Tiger, OG Gamer. Give this a shot again here. I've had some connection problems the last 2 days and spent the afternoon today trying to dig into it. And let's hope this works out okay. What's going on, Silence? Sadly, I didn't hear back from Omni. I think he probably reset, because he was already ready to go. So looks like I'm going to be on the solo climb here. What's going on, Quick? Super Vega, Brooke, what up? Hans, what's going on? Anyway, I'm on floor 70 here. Let's give it a whirl. See what we get here. I'd like to do get to floor 80 today and be ready for another AP reset, but of course, got a little work to do there. Jacob, what's up? Ate some ghost pepper chips. Youch. That'll fry you out. Can't imagine. I used to love that stuff. I'm too old now. The stomach won't handle it. Alright, what do we got here? Looks like we got a headstrong lane here. Winners here, front line, a frosty fighter. Almost all frosty. And some EMP stabbies. Let's see. Get some ballistas going here. I'd like to get a little upfront damage too, if possible. Actually, you know what? Let's do 2 and 2. Put 2 there and 2 over here. Hopefully these won't get wrecked. We will see. Alright, we got Frosty Fodder that's armored over here. Bunch of Frost Orcs, mainly Gobus. I think we can go with just good old faithful here. Let's go something. Let's just go with that for now, and then we'll see. Then front line, this should be, theoretically, this will be the easiest lane. Made it to floor 94 today. Nice, Brooke. Grats. 149 bad, so I'm going to go with 2 nodes. Go something like that. Actually, is that overkill on the LSAs? Let's drop the LSAs and see what we got over here, because we do have we've got some headstrong assassins. Imagine that. Seems like I've always got headstrong assassins. This is going to be a heavy frost lane too. There's going to be a lot of frosty action going here. You know what? I think I'm going to save the DU. Well, I don't want to... That's a lot of mobs, so let's go with it. Just another independent weapon manufacturer here. Let's see. Go like right there. Let's go right there. I kind of want to get something up here for the flyers. A little sketchy. Actually, let's throw a Fisher in too for some anti-frost. Where do we want it? Actually, I could just do it right here, splitting lanes. Let's do that. Now I'm going to hit these ballistas up. I don't want to have to worry about that side of the map too much, but I may end up having to. Want to see how it goes here. There's a lot of frost lanes, and then those headstrong assassins will be no fun for sure. Do proton beams add to piling on? Yes, they do. They can add twice to it. They get slow just from being in the beam. And then if you're using, well, I'm assuming if you're using proton beams, you're going to be using the Frosty Beam shard. And Frosty Beams will add another stack to it as well, which is kind of cool. What's going on there, Mini Ty? How you doing? Yeah, I couldn't decide. I was going to record some local content today and just upload, but I mean, I just have got to get my connection issue resolved, so I'm hoping this takes care of it here today. We will see. These guys definitely made a push. Looks like we got a few kills in up front here. It wasn't too bad. What's going on, Tammy? I have different monks, that way I can maximize the ascension for defenses. Like, this is my Skyguard monk, and the other monk does Flame Auras and Lightning Strike Auras. And this one's Skyguards and DPS. Of course, the higher ascension you go, the more things you can maximize on one character. Waiting for an update. Yeah, Trendy's been really quiet. We'll have to see. Have to see what's going to happen. I think we're all waiting for... I don't think an update is going to be here realistically anytime soon. But at least news of an update. It would be nice to hear something. But we'll see. Trendy is obviously hard at it with something. We will find out. We need another of those Thursday or Friday posts from Melandrian is what we need. What's going on, Ricky? How you doing? Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to throw some more ups on these ballistas. This is not cutting it over here. I'm getting there, Jacob. I play a lot of indie games that don't have huge player bases. And that's, you know, that's one of the challenge. Do I like the Barbarian? I mean, the Barbarian's an absolute beast. I personally am not a big fan of melee characters. So I like to play ranged heroes more. Oh, everybody needs an update. Everybody's at the same spot. All platforms have the same game right now, with the exception of communities are being beta tested on PC. How much gold are C8 amps worth? They're actually starting to drop down. But you see them for like 6 to 8 million really regularly. Alright, let's dump it into these ballistas. Let's hit all 4 of them here. You know what? If I got 57 laying here, which it doesn't look like. No, that's not enough, but I'll hit one of these ballistas again. Yeah, PS4 and Xbox. I mean, it does the same on PC, it's just not as frequent. What's going on, David? You have to add more range there, Aston, so the Deadly Strike shard works really well. You can go with range mods as well. But the first place you'd want to start is Deadly Strikes. You hope they buff the flamethrower. Flamethrower's pretty good as it is. The problem is Cobalt's, like in Chaos 7, the reason you don't, or one of the big reasons you don't see the flamethrower used real regularly by people is because Chaos 7's enemy is an anti-tower enemy. So putting defenses up close to the spawn where a flamethrower really shines is kind of a bad idea in Chaos 7, as the stuff will just get dive bombed. Yeah, Deadly Strikes is important shard, one of the most important shards in the game. I think they will ever add higher chaos levels. I think they probably will at some point. I mean, we'll have to see, you know, what direction they go in. But I mean, you would think that would be the natural progression, is getting a few more chaos levels in. Right, let's hit these one more time just so I can completely ignore this lane. So let's hit that front one twice. There we go. Very nice. You must be doing it wrong there, Sahil. I mean, if you've copied all the mods that I'm using and all the shards that I'm using, it's a matter of getting that last hit down. And that takes a little practice. What's going on there, Tyler? I'm in partial campaign gear, Project Black. Most of my defenses have kind of throwaway relics on. My hero is in all campaign gear, but you know, of course, we all know it's all not about your hero. It's all about the defenses. I've got campaign Skyguard towers going still. Everything else I've got a throwaway relic on. I mean, are you all in a full Chaos 7 stuff, Sahil? And you've got all the mods? I mean, I can hit more than that in this campaign gear, just with my Ascension. Mr. Dreadbones, you gots to go. And here I said I wanted to ignore this lane, and what do? I sit here and park on it. I don't think my connection would handle it, Jacob. I'm gonna play it for sure, but whether or not I stream it, I think the graphics will be a little too intense for my connection. The stream would end up looking really, really bad. You're doing something wrong there, Sahil. I mean, I can't, obviously. It's like saying my car's making a funny noise. What's wrong with it? I mean, you don't know without actually having the build in front of you. It's not a matter of that. My PC will run it, no problem. I said my connection for streaming. I mean, I'll run it at 150 frames a second with everything maxed. My connection, however, only allows for like a 4K upload bitrate, which is not enough for a game with a lot of graphics or a lot of definition. The stream ends up looking like crap. Ooh, what was that? Must have been a flyer. Sniper Warbleed, maybe? Oh, it was the sniper. Dang it. Snoozing. Considering I don't even think they know what is going to be in the next update, Jamal, I would guess it won't be anytime soon. If they had a set plan for what was going to be in it and when it was going to be releasing, I think we would have heard something by now. They just had massive changes at the Trendy office. New creative directors, you know. So, I mean, my hopes is that we'll get news sometime soon, but thinking that an update is going to be coming soon is not realistic at all. I'd be completely stoked about that. I don't think that's the case, but I would be completely stoked about it. I can tell you that they've been quiet on all fronts. I mean, we don't even have January giveaway codes yet for the Casters Guild. And it's what? January's almost over. So, like, I haven't been able to do any giveaways in the month of January at all. So, I mean, they've been very, very, very quiet. I'm sure they're working on something. It's just they're not ready to talk to us about it yet, you know? Yeah, but that's just trendy as a company, David. I don't think... I mean, you can't ask people to change their basic philosophies on things. Their basic philosophies are they want to stay quiet about it. We're just all demanding. I don't blame everybody. I want to know too, but... I mean, look at, like, Terraria. You hear nothing about Terraria, ever. And then, like, 3 or 4 times a year, you get some kind of little update. Or some kind of little news tidbit. And it's an amazing game, you know? Yeah, that Frostfire and Grave Infection is a big deal. Frostfire is going to be back next week. Monday night at midnight. Should be dropping on the Keep. I got a Malthius out there. I better go pay attention to Malthius. I don't want to end up with any derps like last wave. Thank you very much for subscribing there, Predmore. I appreciate it. Michael? Let's see. How is it? 6 of 10. I've got a better one. Alright, let's move on to floor 71. Well, that's a bug. There, Deathger. It's something funny with Shatterquake. That's not intentional. It used to happen with Melee Boom, and it looks like they fixed the Melee Boom thing, but it still happens with Shatterquake. Nice, Joseph. Grats. Alright, what we get here? Leveling up a different pet today, in case anyone's curious. Just playing around with some different pets. Save some of my boosters. What's going on, Doug? Yeah, getting a late start here today. I had some massive connection issues at my normal start time. And I hope I've got it dialed in. Hey, we got Zerker Healers. We got High Rollers over there. Geohex Zerker Throwers. This one shouldn't be too bad. Zerker Healers, I think I'm just going to go with all LSAs. And maybe I'll throw one Flame Aura in. Yeah, let's just go 2. Why not? Alright, we got High Rollers here. Where do we want to stop them at? Seems like... they would start making the turn right about there. Let's get some ballistas in the mix here. Farmed 800 shiny motes, nice. Oh yeah, that stinks. Can't move to Tinkered Gear. Let's just go like that and see if that holds up. And we got an armored lane here. How about the flyers? Yeah, we can double dip on these flyers, no problem. Especially with no kobolds here. That's kind of awesome. Now you see we do have a hex thrower up there, which everybody knows hex throwers can be a little fussy from this top lane. Let's see. Cyfrost Vanguard Womps. Proximity kind of stinks, but whatever. 74 of them. Why don't we go... I can't go in there, huh? Come back just a little bit. Man, that stinks. I want to get one right in this corner. There we go. See, and that leaves me 120. Why don't we just go with 2 ballistas right here? Oops. See, we can't point them in the right direction, though. This is floor 71. So it's Chaos 7+. Couple of upgrades there. A couple of ups on these flame auras. And I think we'll be good to go here. I do want to watch this Zerker healer lane at the beginning. I know with some upgrades it'll be fine, but I want to make sure we're good until I can get some upgrades in. So far, so good. Yeah, it looks like it'll be alright. I don't want my ballistas getting blown up from those from those roller rockets. So I think the smartest place to stay might just be to stay up top here and fight. Unless there's a boss in the... Oop. Or I'll just get wrecked. Right now my plan is to go to 70, Jamal, but I'm not sure. I mean, I may keep going, I may stop. 72's got a better looking Ancient Power logo, but... Am I gonna want to do those 2 extras just for a logo? Right, so we wrecked it up here. Let's see. Get some ups in here. And we should be good. Oh, and I forgot to upgrade this lane again. Yeah, really crashy on PS4. That sucks. That it seems like there's more crash issues on PS4 than on Xbox. But I haven't played either in a while, to be honest, so I can't really say. There's not really a map that's the best. They're just, if you just always want to make sure you're doing the top of that tier. So if you're looking for plain moats, you want to do Chaos 3. But you can do any map you want. You're going to get the same amount of moats on any of them. And all that's left is the rollers now, right? They should just get owned. I'll just hide over here in the corner. And we got a flyer too. Everything's getting wrecked. We good. Just started playing last Friday. Very nice. Give a little bit more love over here. I think that's good. This one should be shy of me derping. This should be easy mode for the rest of the run. Yeah, I did a bunch of resets and had a call to the ISP and had them reset on their connection, and it's looking good so far. Nah, the old reset was way slow, or way slower, Jamal. The original reset, like a fast reset, was like 15, 16 hours. Right now, I'm at the what theoretically should be the toughest point of the reset period, which is floor 51 through 80, and it's like a 6-hour deal. Yeah, anti-melee and melee boom are kind of meta mods, so I mean they'll definitely help out. They're good stuff. Even when you could trade gear, that's, you know, like right now the highest it goes is 30 maps. So floor 51 to 80 is the hardest it gets. Even when you could trade gear and get right up to C7 right away, it was only 3 maps less. You had to do 27 maps then, and now you have to do 30 maps. So, I mean, as far as time goes versus the fixing to trading gear versus now, it's really relatively close. It's about the same. But versus the original system, it's way faster now. Now, I mean, in theory, the content is harder because you're having to go up to floor 80, which is a lot higher than the old floor 65 was. But I'll take more difficulty over less time any day of the week, personally, for doing something like this, you know, like the Ancient Power resets. I don't think they will Sahil, but you never know. Maybe, you know? I mean, I think the system they have now will be expanded on, but to what extent, who knows? Go back into hiding over here. Don't get me, Siege Rolla. If you can comfortably do it, and you don't want to do a lot of Ancient Power resets, that's a great idea, Leo. But if you plan on doing a bunch of Ancient Power resets, that's kind of a waste of time, to be honest. What floor you push to should be based off of how many resets you want to do. Theoretically, the most optimal use of your time would be on your last Ancient Power reset is when you hit 999 Ascension caps. That would be the fastest route. But on the same note, you can't reset too early, so, I mean, resetting prior to like floor 50, I think would be a mistake for anyone. Yeah, those Steam achievements have been buggy forever, Grubshot. Bastille Master's always been that way, Jello. That's nothing new. It has always been that way. Bastille Master is death to weapon mans. What's going on there, Crow? Well, if you get... Well, I mean, if you're using... If you've got Cyborgs and Frostorks, using traps, auras, and nodes is playing into their favor. The way around that is either you have a perfect tenacity, or you outrange them. Like, what I'm going for here is outranging them. So I'm using Deadly Strikes on the Flame Auras to get more range. That's the top. As far as I know, Sahil, you can get between 5 and 8. You have to wait for it to come back on rotation. The Drakenlord Soul mod is not particularly good for the monk, though. Not one I would recommend. I mean, if you're going to play melee range all the time on the monk, then it would be fine. Oh, it's going good there, Crow. Just trying to blast through the last levels of this AP reset. I think this one's 51 now. Pretty sure it's 51. I'll have to look again. Let's see. Yeah, it's 51. Alright, what do we get? What do we get? Nothing spectacular looking. What do we got there? Draenor, figures. Oh, the proton beams. Still love them there, Scarecrow. Alright, we got a proximity air raid and an EMP stabby. That proximity air raid will probably cause me some problems, but I'll live. Let's see, what do we got down here? Cyfrost Vanguard Throwers. I'll mix it up a little here. Only 78 mobs, so I'm going to go just one weapon man node. Let's go one Flame Aura as well. And then 2 Ballistas to back it all up. I'll do this middle lane last, since I usually just stack everything else in the mid. Alright, Omega Squad Beta, we got a Hex Thrower there. So let's throw a little Reflect Beam action in right here. And actually we can do kind of a similar setup here. Let's just go without the Flame Aura. Let's go 1 node and 2 Ballistas. That leaves me a truck ton for the middle here. We got a Dreadbone Sword. That'll make it really, really easy in the mid here, though. We got no Cyborgs. We got no Cyborgs up here at all. So this... Or yeah, we do. There's Cyborgs right there. I was going to say. So I can't do a completely ridiculous spawn camp, but it's still going to be a completely ridiculous spawn camp. Let's see. Gives 170 left. Why don't we just do this? Keep it simple. That leaves me 50. Since I know that this lane could be a problem with the flyers, let's just go one more Skyguard. And we'll call it good. Sorry, I missed your question there, Braden, while I was building. All of the videos in the Spotlights playlist are what I'm currently using, though. Well, I mean, what I'm currently using is throwaway stuff, but that's the build I'll be going for when I go back up to the top. There's a lot of things that people question, like the 5 shots per second, or the quintuple shot mod. People ask why I don't use that, and it goes back and forth with whether or not it affects both the melee attack and the ranged attack. It's like one update it will, one update it won't, but that's not really the main reason I don't use it. The main reason I don't use it is like I like to switch back and forth between the pet nuke and the last hit nuke, and doing that build allows me to have more than only one question. Please answer you in all caps. There you go, you've been answered. Just for the caps though, now I'm probably not going to scroll back up and read your message. Tips to complete floor 39? Yep, go slow. Read all the mutators and set the lanes up right. Then it's just a matter of watching for the dragon. It's all about the dragon. You could just use the standard issue stuff, Mad Missiles. To get to floor 80 is easy cheesy. You're not going to get pushed on any of your defenses until you get well into the hundreds. Like 125, I think, is where stuff started getting pushed a little for me. But, you know, Deadly Strikes, Defense Rate, Destruction, your bread and butter on floor 80 and less. Yeah, the bonus gold apply. As far as I understand, the bonus gold only applies to, or the ancient power bonus gold only applies to the gold earned from the map, not to selling. Now, that's another one of those things that has gone back and forth. There's been times where people with really high AP have told me they've sold and gotten 300,000, 400,000 gold off of selling a bag or two worth of stuff. I personally have never seen that. So I think that might be one of those things that kind of goes back and forth with different updates. Things get inherently changed when a new build gets baked in, you know. I haven't even checked on this lower lane. By the pile of mana and gold down there, I'm assuming that lane's doing fine. Doesn't look like anything really got pushed down here. And of course, as soon as I say that, my weapon man gets borked. See, we got the captain. Captain's already dead. That cannon ogre could cause problems. Let's make sure he gets good and wrecked. Flyer galore. More flyers. No, I'm not upgrading anything, Logan. I'm going to put out a new tips and tricks video for Ancient Power resets. But remember, none of it applies to a new resetter. One of the benefits you get from the Onslaught floor going up each time you reset is you eventually will get to the point where you're Chaos 7. I think it's like AP 15. And then when you reset, your gear goes to campaign level, but if you do your highest floor that it will allow you to do, you know, first off, just with the Ancient Power and your increased Ascension caps, a lot of times you can do that floor on your own, just in the campaign gear, if you have the correct mods and shards. If you can't, just get a buddy to carry you on that one floor, and bam, you're back to Chaos 7 champion score, and you can start equipping Chaos 7 gear again. 1K reset stream win. I don't know about that, Nictus. That might be a little too much for me, man. Fire weapons are a generic world drop. There, Deathcare. Yeah, Burning Strikes is all it takes. Makes Drake and Frost easy mode. Bastille Master. Bastille Master got wrecked. Perfect. Yeah, I got melee booms going now. Like I said, I'm using throwaways now. I've got whatever I could get. I'll show you guys here after this siege roller's dead. I'm just using anything. As long as it had one good mod on it for that defense, I'm using it. And then like my Flamars have like 2 good mods for that defense. And I'm still using campaign weapon manufacturers. Just because I'm using them just for the stun. But, like, Skyguards, I'm using this. It's got one good mod on it, defense range. That's all I need. Because I've got all gilded shards. Flame Auras, I'm using Melee Boom and Power Servo. Two good mods, all gilded shards. Lightning Strike Aura, I actually got a great boss killer. Lightning Strike Aura, anti-melee and anti-mini boss. All gilded mods. The key is you don't upgrade this stuff, so it's not locking it to you. You know, on the harpoons, I'm using Piercer Servo and Melee Boom. 6 of 10, so no upgrades into it, and all good shards. All it requires is to ignite him. I mean, it's... You ignite the guys, it's over, you know? I mean, upgrading your stuff, obviously, is the quickest, most efficient way, but then it costs you a bunch of gold crafting materials. Doing what I'm doing now with just using the throwaway items, I spend 0 gold and 0 crafting materials each reset. Now, I have a couple of those resets I've upgraded Vicious Strikes, which then, of course, I spent 2 mil. But I'm making a ton. I mean, I spent like 30 million gold yesterday on random crafting materials. And I'm still well over 100 mil, and when I started AP resetting, I was all the way down to 30. So I'm definitely making a ton of gold out of doing the resets. That was weird. The captain just disappeared there. That was very strange. Done floor 30 to 60 today. Very nice. Fastest way to get Defender medals is just play expeditions. You can complete the maps really, really quick, and you can just keep continuing on to the next floors. Oh, I'm not getting more than a few mil a reset there, Grab Shock. The key is I'm not spending anything. You can burn through the gold you spend and that you earn in an Ancient Power reset really, really easy if you're not careful. I did that. My first Ancient Power reset was the most expensive thing ever. I upgraded everything. I spent so much gold. I upgraded shards for heroes I didn't even need. You know. And the key is just to upgrade as little as you can. Now, once you get, you know, gilded shards going, that takes a huge, huge load off. That, and I'm using Defender medals too. I know most people wouldn't do that, but I don't really have... I've got all the heroes already. I've got more Dragoliches than I could sell. So I'm not really gaining a whole lot from collecting Defender medals, so I'm using those. Let's see, we got Spellbreaker Flyer Lane. Game Ogre over here. Alright. Game Ogre. It's got long shot though. I mean, my initial instinct on Game Ogre is to just spam LSAs everywhere, but with long shot, I don't want to just do that. So let's get... Let's see. Let's go with... Let's go with one Ballista here. And then I'll put one PDT in as well. And that will handle the flyers too. I'll probably have to give that lane some attention. Dragolich is 7,500 Defender medals, and you can buy it in your tavern from the sergeant there. We got frontline here with maximum effort. Only 68 mobs, so just going to go one node. And then flame aura it all up. No cyborgs, right? Nope, no cyborgs. So we can go all the way up front with it even. Just do that. Alright, and then we got a controlled burn proximity lane here. Now I'm going to have to mix it up here just because mob gallery, of course, the mobs are going to change. Not going to be the same thing. So let's go PDT back here to protect a little of that poison damage, or protect versus a controlled burn. And then I don't want it going all the way into the spawn. Looks like it's not. Perfect. And then we'll set up for that proximity. Something like that. I feel like I could use something else other than just this PDT here, but you know what? Let's just double. We'll double dip. We'll go 2 PDTs. I feel pretty good about that one. Alright, and here we got the Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker flyer lane. Mixed emotions here. Let's poison them. And then we'll use some ballistas as well. That leaves me 40 left. Just go something like that. That front lightning strike aura is going to get disabled like crazy. But I think it'll be alright. And then, just to be safe, we're going to upgrade these ballistas. Now, I need to keep an eye on that game ogre lane for sure. And am I on? Yeah, this is floor 73. It seems like the mobs are blowing up really quick. The PDTs? Yeah, PDTs I'm using a throwaway relic too. I've got Piercer and something else on it. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. Piercer and another thing. Don't know what. Oh, I remember. It's support. I got anti-support. Not by choice. I just took it because it was a Piercer relic. But I'm using Piercer anti-support on the PDTs. Uh-oh. How did that get destroyed? It had to have been a flyer. Well, that screws me up a bit. Because now I got a lane down below to deal with. It's alright, gonna be some rebuilding required here. Yeah, defense rate is Chaos 4 shard pack. Nah, there's no immunity to frost. I mean, there is, but it's not like... How frost orcs work is each frost orc stack lowers your defense speed by 10%. So each time it's 10%. So it never gets to 0. Because you lower it 10%, it's 90. You lower it 10% of that, it's 81. You lower it 10% of that, it's, what, 72 or 73. So it never goes all the way to 0. So the counter for anti-frost is stacking defense speed. I personally don't do it because you have to specialize a defense just for that one purpose only. And I find that just using anti-melee, anti-frost, and anti-orc, if you really want to make sure they're dead, will get the job done for you. Alright. So, I gotta move all this back. The EMPs did me in there. Let's go. We got a lot of mobs, so let's go 2 nodes. Let's get 2 flame auras in. I feel like a PDT would be good for that controlled burn back here. You know what else I might do? Let me look at what mobs are coming out of that lane. This may or may not get attacked. It depends on what mobs the mob gallery changes to. I'm going to put a PDT down here to get a little upfront damage in. Yeah, range is 3. It's Chaos 1, Chaos 3, and Chaos 4. They're the big points you want to shard farm. Destruction, defense rate, and deadly strikes. Right, I guess let's just throw an LSA down for the 20. You know what? Let's get this PDT up. I'm putting a lot of faith in this thing. I'm hoping it doesn't get blown up. We'll have to find out here. Depends on this wave. It should be fine, but it depends on what the mob gallery switches to next wave. Yeah, explosive traps are great, situationally. I used explosive traps quite a bit when I was pushing floors. Pretty much anytime there was like a proximity spellbreaker lane combined, it was protons and explosives, or weapon mans and explosives all day. Or all three. Aha. You just got to make sure you have plenty of destruction shards or grab shot. Dragolich is just one of the best general use pets in the game. It gives a debuff on enemies that make it take double damage for 6 seconds, I think it is. But that's buffing you, it's buffing your teammates, it's buffing your defenses. Everything does double damage. Nah, Embermount Flames is not really worth using. The reason I say that is Fissures have a 10 target limit, and if the Fissures don't kill those enemies, they keep burning, and it eats up that 10 target limit. So like if you've got a really heavy lane and you've got Embermount Fissures on it, the front Fissures will end up shutting off and not doing anything. Which, of course, that's no good. $7,500 defender medals from the sergeant in tavern. There, Emil. It's a good pet for sure. It's a tough balance for, I mean, for a new player. If I was brand new just starting, I would probably get a hero first. But actually, I'm using it on the weapon mans, Doug, but this reset I didn't upgrade it. So I've got the little baby size weapon mans. Oh man. Getting all tore up over here. Those heavy duty cobalts. Nah, the color is based off of when you got it. The blue ones were the originals, then came the purples, and then greens. Or the purple first, then green, and then what we've got now. So you always get the Terror Dragolich. They all do the same thing. Where is that mob? There, he was down in the water, I think. Any tips for mastery? Yeah, just take your time. Mastery is not a speedrun type mode for sure. It actually doesn't scale very well on the Flame Auras, Doug. Deadly Strikes, I believe, is better than Vicious on Flame Auras. You gotta remember Deadly Strikes is a percentage, and Vicious is a raw stat. So the defenses that have really good scaling with how many range units you get per point of range stat, they're going to do better with Vicious. And the ones that have the more standard scaling or don't have, just don't have a real good range scaler, they're going to do better with Deadly. Yep, that's the only way to get them. That is for sure there, Sam. Crap. I'm sitting here thinking I'm using Drago. Man, that stuff is just getting tore up. There's just too many flyers to not have anything spawn camp in these flyers, I don't think. There's just too much coming out here. Those ballistas are just getting chewed up in that PDT. Vicious Strikes is the second hyper shard you'd get. So Vicious is at 155 stars. Mass Destruction is the first one. I'm going to stay with it, even though I know this is not optimal. Just finish it out. Got a lot of mobs coming for this map. Alright, we got Shieldy up top. I'm hoping he gets wrecked, because it would really suck to have to leave this lane. Yep, he's not. There we go. The WoW buffed is actually really buggy. So if you're referring to the mods, it only works with a few heroes, and it doesn't work a lot of places where you'd think it would work. Defense rate, destruction, and deadly strikes on everything, Sam. If you want to maximize the crowd control, then you get rid of destruction and you go with vicious and mass destruction and stack them. Yeah, barb stances count as a buff, which barb stances shouldn't count as a buff, in my opinion. The Mystics buffs don't count as a buff. The Mystics buff should count as a buff, in my opinion. The only thing that works for sure is the Barbarian works, the Monk works. The Squire should work, but it doesn't. The buffed is really very buggy. It works on the Dryads. The Dryad's little aura. $65K is super low, Sahil. I've got more than that right now, wearing campaign gear. I'm at 77,000 just in campaign gear. So you definitely want to take a look at your gear. Muggs just spent 21.5 billion gold. Well, if anybody's capable of getting that much, it would be Muggs. 21.5 billion seems a little much, but On the same note, I'm not going to put it past him. Mugs will get that gold. You can guarantee it. The thing is, you have to get enemies to park on top of the explosive traps. Explosive traps alone, no, they're not good for anything, really. If you have some crowd control in the mix that makes enemies stop on top of them, then of course they're fantastic. But, I mean, I personally, the easiest go-to for the Omega Waves is lightning strikes or cannonballs. If you need physical damage, go cannonballs. If you need magic damage, go lightning strikes. If it doesn't matter, use either or. And stacking anti-mods. Oh, I don't know. I think Mugs is pretty high. Is it Mugs like 17,000? I'm not sure. I don't really look at the leaderboards that much. Alright, what we got? We got EMP Kamikazes with Pilot on. We got Long Shot. Orcish Horde. Alright, let's go like that. Let's get a PDT over here too, just because we have the Long Shot on it. Put it back at max range. Not a ton of mobs coming out over here, but I do want to give the flyers some protection as well. Let's see, let's go. A ballista down here for long shot, and a ballista up here for long shot. And hopefully that gets that handled there. However you like to play it, John. It doesn't matter how you play your heroes. I mean, play the heroes how you want to play them. That's more about what experience do you like the best than anything else. The heroes definitely do not matter. I mean, play what you like to play, you know? I should have double dipped on that. Put one node up here. We'll go 2 nodes down here. What do we got? Geohex Zerker Throwers. No cyborgs. Let's just go something like that. Should wreck it. Up top, EMP Healers. Oh, I'm drinking coffee every day there. Mini chai. Coffee is just a part of my life. Spread some auras out here. Then I'm going to put one ballista in the back, just for a little extra something something. Alright, what do we got here? Sparks and Shields. Headstrong. 48 mobs. Let's go 3 ballistas. Let's just go something like that. We do have the cyborgs. I think that'll be decent. Yeah, here we got Game Ogre with Armored. That's kind of a free lane almost. We have a core down there. No core down there either. So this one's going to be all about lightning strikes. I think that'll get it. Alright, Stabby Stabby stabs up top. Let's see here. I think we'll just go with one flame arrow. Which direction are they headed out? Looks like they're headed out over that way. Put one flame up there. And then... oh, nothing below, actually. Thrower's Healer's Proximity. This one will be a spawn camper. Looking good. Hey, we just got 2 more lanes left and 1 flyer lane. I think for the flyer lane, let's just stun them up. Weapon man there, and then go with the Skyguard here. It does have an EMP on it. Yeah, that power volley build is ridiculously fun. Just Timmy. We got kind of an easy lane here. I mean, of course, it will have bosses too. Let's just do something like that. That leaves me a ton for down here. We got a controlled burn lane with no cyborgs. That's another one that just becomes kind of easy mode. We'll drench them and then just burn them up. And then just to be safe, I'll throw a PDT in the back too, just in case. Alright, 30 DU left. That pop-up when you're transferring a mod is a known bug from Trendy. I know that they're aware of that one. It doesn't always happen, but just look at the mods when you transfer them, and like if you're moving something to a C7 piece, just make sure that their originating mod is coming from a C7 piece, even if it pops up. If it's coming from a C7 piece, you'll be alright. Alright, let's see if this holds. Water lane's gonna get wrecked. I think that lane's gonna get wrecked. Let's check these ogres. Don't have any big ones yet. Might have to wait till next wave to check the ogres. It's like... or no, they're evaporating. I was going to say on the minimap it looks like that water lane was maybe getting pushed a little. Yeah, if you do screw up a mod, you can fix it when you do an Age of Power reset, because everything gets leveled to campaign. So when you level that item back up to Chaos 7 or wherever, it will auto-fix that mod. I've done it. I think everybody's done it at some point, whether they admit it or not. I have indeed done it. One more assassin. And it's good game. Alright, let's get upgrades on this. New lane is the water lane, which is nice since I've already got some defenses there. Let's upgrade that Skyguard, and then just to make sure I won't have any issues over here, I'm going to throw some ups on these lightning strikes. Let's hit those too. Alright, what do we got? Geohex Zerker Throwers. Was that a Spellbreaker lane before? Or that's the new lane, derp. Alright, well, I mean, that's an easy fix. They might end up disabling some of my stuff, but nothing 3 ballistas shouldn't be able to handle. And let's throw another lightning strike in just to be safe too. Yeah, keep an eye on this lane here. You get the most money by doing the highest tiered content you can, Emil. In expeditions in a 4-player group with win streak bonuses. The question is Drakenlord's Soul working with the buff mods though, Leo, is the thing. Because there's so many things that should work with it that don't. I haven't checked that to see yet, but you'd have to see if it's working, you know. Floor 30 plus gives you a chance. The higher you go up, the higher the chance to get increases. But even when it's fully capped, it's still a really low chance. So they're rare. You will see them. It's not like it's the most elusive thing in the game, but they're pretty rare. Alright, well that wrecked all that stuff. One more assassin, maybe? Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I just said. Almost word for word. Alright, Logan, take it easy. Have a good night. I've got quite a few. I mean, just from going back through these floors, or going through and doing these ancient power resets, I've found, I don't know the exact number, but it's like 20 plus in my resets. Let's see, mob gallery up top. 124 mobs. A bunch of mobs too, huh? Let's just do something like that. What's going on there, Neo? How you doing? I would push as high as you can in Onslaught. Your ascension level doesn't mean anything, Emil. Ignore your ascension level. Where are you in Onslaught? That's what you have to ask. If you're at floor 2, if you're at 250 ascension but you're only at floor 30 in Onslaught, then you do not want to reset. If you're at 250 ascension and you're at floor 80, go for it. I'm using junky throwaway stuff right now, Martin. Normally I use, anti-melee. It's not about the tooltip, remember, too, with mods. It's the antis aren't taken into consideration on the tooltip. And anti-mods are extremely powerful. If you've only got 110 of 10 tenacity, that wouldn't be a terrible idea, Hopscotch. I haven't tested it. I don't know. Somebody in chat said it did, but I don't know personally. I've never seen it or heard of anybody using it as a buff, so I'm not sure. I personally wouldn't think that it would, but I don't know. It might. I wouldn't think that the barbed stances would count as a buff. See, where's the new lane? I missed it. I missed it. down below. So what do we got? We got the controlled burn lane was already there. We now got frosty fodder added into the mix. Some fire ramsters would be awesome here, but I don't have them set up. I don't think it should count. I don't think any mod should count like that, personally. But, I mean, my problem is the hero stuff isn't working. I mean, when the Squire uses his shout, it gives him a buff. Why does that not count as a buff? You know, when... You know, like, even you could debate on the obelisk. Like, when the obelisk hits, that's giving you a direct ability power and hero damage buff. So why would that not count as a buff? But it doesn't. So, you know, I mean... The buffed one is just a buggy situation. It doesn't work everywhere where you think it would, and it works places where you don't think it should. So... kind of one of those things. Let's see, let's add 3 ballistas in up here just to clear those frost mobs out when they push out. Gonna have to watch this lane for sure now though. Yeah, C8 amp, that's well known. The 10 of 10 tenacity with a C8 amp equals 100%. Yeah, that's where tenacity is best. Up until you get 10 of 10 C8 tenacity. At 10 of 10, a 10 of 10 C8 tenacity, many would say is completely overpowered. I personally love it. If you work for it, you deserve it, you know? But tenacity becomes a whole lot better at that point. There's no doubt. Crap. I thought I had Drago equipped again. I ran down there to nuke him and Drago him. It worked out, but oh man, that could have been bad. I'm a little bitter about the Squire. I really think it should work on the Squire. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I just think it should work on the Squire. I really, really do. Alright, Sigard Throwers with Kursakazi. I got no Kursakazi protection, so we gotta go full on range. And I think 3 ballistas and an LSA. I'm gonna put that LSA back. Hopefully the Kursakazi gets... Hopefully the ballistas blow them up. Huh. One more up. Guess we can do a couple on that too. Let's see how it runs here. Nope, there's no way to reach 100% without C8. Alright, are we going? That was the weirdest thing. My connection through OBS just completely stopped. Y'all might have to refresh. Not that if you do have to refresh, you won't hear me saying that, of course. But not sure what happened there. My connection completely dropped, but I didn't lose the game. And I didn't lose stream chat. That's weird. Alright, we got the big Omega Wave coming. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna leave. I'll get rid of it. There's no point in having it. See, I'm gonna definitely have to do something here. Actually, I may just fight that lane. Let's see, what do we got here? We got Tuskar and Cannon Ogres. Just go like that. Add in some more LSAs maybe. What's going on, Jordan? How you doing? I have to get rid of that. I could get rid of that node up top, but I'm too lazy to. What do we got here? We got Thork here. This lane is going to get walloped. This is where, if I would have upgraded my Vicious Strikes, I wouldn't have a problem here. Yeah, I'm not using any Master Gold right now. It's not giving up what you give up at reset, it's what you give up that you've already invested, is what I'm talking about. No, I don't upgrade anything, Vinci, I'm only upgrading, or I'm not upgrading anything. I mean, I would love if there was some kind of C8 protection in. Those that want it, I back you 1000%. That would be great. I just don't think it's going to happen, is all I'm saying. I'm not sure, Wise Lucas. We'll have to see. See, I think we're good there. I'm worried about this lane. I think it's going to get thorked to all hell. You know what? Instead of that, I could go 3 LSAs, but I'm worried about them getting thorked as well. You can't reach 100% with anything except a 10 of 10 that's C8 moded. Well, Trendy's not going to consult anybody. They've got their design team, you know. I actually haven't heard from a Trendy in a long time, other than Danny. Sorry, y'all, I'm putting a jacket on here. It got a little chilly. Give me just a sec. I talk to Danny all the time, but Danny and I, all we do is talk about Batman. So, I don't get a huge benefit out of that. This is 74 now, Corny. Danny and I both have the Batman addiction. Oh, they're doing something. There's no doubt in my mind that they're doing something. It's just they've been very, very quiet as far as what it is. I mean, I can tell you this. From my history in the corporate world, which is quite excessive. Before I started the YouTube thing and before the casino, I was... Ooh. This is going to be a problem, too. Get rid of one of these and go with three LSAs here. Anyway, when you have a big change like that, there's always an internal shakeup. Now, we don't know to what extent. I mean, we know that Javahawk and Lightrayne are the new co-creative directors. Let's do the same thing here. Get rid of a ballista and go 3 LSAs. So, I mean, you would think that things are getting moved around. You would think that there would be a redirection that the game is headed. Or not necessarily the game, but Trendy as a developer. You know, maybe there's some changes there. I mean, that's stuff that we can only speculate on, though. We just don't really know exactly what's going on. See, we got the hex throwers here. Well, I could avoid any chance at failure on this lane by just doing this. So let's just do that. Timmy and rollers, that shouldn't be too bad. Got plenty of LSAs. The mob gallery lane could be a challenge, but we've got plenty of LSAs stacked. It won't let you join this far into a match there, Corny. Frosties. Alright, let's just run it and see how it goes. I can always replay. I am a little concerned about the Lady Orcs zerging through here. Let's just see how it goes. Thank you so much for subscribing there, Cole. I do appreciate it. See, it appears the water lane, or no, it just dropped off. I was going to say, it looked like the water lane was getting pushed for a sec. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Oof, that was close. See how this Hadouken from this kitty cat works. Yep, they all died. See, let's check this Yeti. There's another Lady Orc. We can Hadouken the Lady Orc. Oh, no. God dang it, she died too quick. Looks like the Yeti is stuck. Almost dead, though. There we go, just 3 rollers. You guys posting all this deep, long posts up while I've got an Omega wave going. You gotta cut me a little slack. I'm not gonna see your post. There is no pause button. There we go. Alright, so what was it? What do you think about that? Oh, I don't know. Anything they do at all, I'll be happy with, Grabshock. Right now, I mean, obviously, right now we all have a big problem with the crafting materials. The real problem, in my mind, is the obtaining of crafting materials. So, I mean, anything that they do at all is going to be better. Oops. The problem with adding a mini vault like that is they're going to charge for it. If they add to like the vault type setup, it's going to be something that they charge you for. And that would not be good. But the real answer is more crafting materials. Let me see. Go online so Beaumont can see me. Looks like Beaumont's going to join. Yeah, hop on in, man. Hop on in. What do we got here? We got Headstrong. I think I'll just build this lane back. Oh, that's the most irritating thing out there, Brandon. Or Braden, when that happens. I hear you, man. Omega Squad Theta. Actually, only 22 mobs. I think Beaumont's on my friends list, aren't you? Let's see. You can join me through the Steam group chat, Beaumont, if you're not there, or just send me a friend request. I'll boot somebody real quick. There we go. Alright, let's get one more down here. Look at his fancy ancient power icon. Fancy, fancy. Oh, 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 saved by the tree. What do we got? Mob Gallery, EMP Stabbies. We can just come back with it. Actually, we can just come way back with it and have it easy mode. Easy mode, easy mode. Let's see. Go like that. We'll overkill it down here. Somebody else posted a thing. I can't remember where I saw it. I saw it somewhere. Somebody talked about giving you a partial refund on Chaos 8 stuff when you reset. I mean, I think even something like that would be a great idea. One of the main problems, I mean, we all know, the plain motes is a huge pain in the butt. The shiny motes on the next level of it can be a pain in the butt, but the shiny motes, there's more available, so you always see them. And then the absurd amount of motes and like clusters or other crafting materials needed to take it to Chaos 8. Needing 250 is crazy, crazy. It's gonna be easy mode now. I got Beaumont here to carry me. Thanks for the carries. Why is the Initiate the most unused hero? People don't like the Initiate. People want their heroes to feel powerful. And the Initiate makes your defenses powerful with her buff, but doesn't make you powerful. And people don't like that in comparison to the Monk. I mean, I agree. Plain motes just... I mean, I don't know what the answer is for motes. I think it would be more need to drop. So, I mean, maybe you're right. Like a win streak bonus, give you more motes. I mean, I'd be all for that. Yeah, with the Initiate, you can make your defenses absolutely absurd. There's no doubt. That's Beaumont. There's Silence. Anybody that's on floor 75, feel free to hop in and join. I mean, I'm not, like, have to do this private thing. I'm just playing. I didn't think anyone was interested. That's why I didn't offer it earlier. But anybody that wants to, that's at this floor, is more than welcome to join. I'm online in the Steam group, so you can just join me right through Steam group chat. Damn assassins. Don't want to get off me. What's my monk build? This is that last hit nuke monk build, but I'm using the mod combo that I had put up earlier. When I'm looking for a challenge mode, sometimes silence, I'll do that, but that's not today. I want to get these maps done as quick as can so I can reset. Well, always do the highest Onslaught floor it unlocks, Vinci. Before you get back to Chaos 7 gear, it takes a little while. I think it's like 15 resets and you're at Chaos 7. I'm not positive on that number. And then you just have to do one Onslaught map and you're re-geared. But I'm using throwaway relics. What I mean by that is relics that are unupgraded and are sellable. So when I get done with Ancient Power reset, I will trade these relics that I'm using over to Omni or my wife or my alt and have them hold them. And then all I have to do is floor 51. I've got a champion score again that's back up past Chaos 7 point. And then they trade those relics back. Now I'm not bothering with the hero damage stuff because like I've said already, the campaign stuff is more than sufficient to get the job done. Oh, the Initiate's Talisman is beast there, Steven. It is really, really good. I actually debated on playing the Initiate a little bit more actively, but one of the main reasons I wanted to do it was just because to give her some love since no one else is. Yeah, that's the whole point of using the throwaway relics, is I can just trade those off and I can use those again, you know? I'll probably do a tips and tricks video at some point. Actually, maybe I'll work on that tonight. I know a lot of people want it for AP resets. Oof, wrecked. I use the Lavamancer as a builder mainly, Theo. As a hero damage hero, the Lavamancer can be very effective, but I personally find that playstyle a little bit boring, and that's why I don't really do it. Good lord, man, I'm just getting hex throwed like a mofo here. I get a relic with 1 or 2 decent mods on it, and that's what I use, Vinci. You don't have to have perfect stuff to get to floor 80. You just have to have stuff that's going to give you a benefit. It doesn't have to be, like, 10 of 10s or anything. Actually, you're best not using high-quality stuff like that. That way you don't screw up and forget to trade it or whatever and have it reset. Then again, maybe that's only a problem I have. On what? It's different for every defense, Rumble. On which defense are you talking about? Like Flame R's is 0.31, Weapon Man's is 0.38, Lightning Strike R's are 1 second. Ah, crap, I forgot I'm using this Hadouken kitty again. Don't need to do the last 4. The Earth Shatter, I think, is 0.75, and the Skyguard is 0.5, is the caps. Exclamation info tables in chat will give you a link to Lightrayne spreadsheet. It's got all those speed caps on it. Alright, we should be getting a little peaky action in the mix now. Is it 0.65? I know the Skyguard is 0.5. The Earthshatter was unsure of. Yeah, just exclamation info tables. You'll see it at the bottom. There's a tab that says stats, I think. Where's Peaky at? There he is. Yeah, it don't matter to me, Beaumont. I don't have to build. I'm good with anything. Anything. Let's see, we got EMP healers down here, just 20 of them. Zerker healers, pile it on. Only 8 mobs though, wow. That LSA will help with those flyers too. I think we're good, right? Yeah, we look beast. Throw a couple of ups on these Skyguards. Peaky's got a fancy logo too. Look at his. See, the 72 has got like, it's like Peaky's logo, plus it's got, where his is that purple star in the middle, the 72 one is orange. And that's why I kind of thought going to 72 would be good. This is going to be a complete steamroll now. We got all the power. Got the Peaky Beaumont power. I'll just lounge around over here and spray into packs of mobs and call it good. 70 would get you all the points. 70 potential spots. That's the thing. I mean, I'll probably end up doing it. It depends on where the game's going too. I mean, I want to see an update to the game, of course. But if there's not an update here yet, by the time I hit 70, I'll probably keep going. Just for a little more gold and XP. Fancy little emblems. What towers would I like to be buffed? I'd definitely like to see something done with the buff beam. The buff beam was such a staple in DD1, and like in DD2, it's like borderline unusable. I mean, you could use it if you really wanted to, but with that high build cost, is it worth it? You just kind of have to ask yourself that, you know? Destructive Pylon's similar, but it's different. Similar, but different. Same thought, basically. Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm certainly glad my internet recovered. I'd be fine with 30 per node if it was 30 per node after the first two, but taking a minimum of 60 to place one, that just seems like a bit much for not having any utility or anything with it. What's going on there, Cole? Going good. Just getting some ancient power. These guys are doing the same. Peaky did a video. You guys think I had it bad with my Chaos 8 gear. And Peaky had some Chaos 8 gear, man. When he reset, that was a lot of stuff. Go ballistas. I'm not even sure how many pieces he had. I know he had one hero. Let me see. Dark times. That resets DU cost. That'd be interesting. I mean, there's lots of good thoughts. People have come up with some good ideas. You know, having ancient power points that affected drops, like material drops, would be awesome. I know what you're saying. I knew what you meant there, Grabshot. But yeah, I mean, something like that would be pretty crazy. Peaky said he had around 15. Woof. I had 11, but not all 11 were fully upgraded. Only like, I want to say like 8 of them were fully upped. God, man, the difference is so enormous. With having multiple players in the game. Such a huge quality of life. Lyle's getting wrecked. Oh, yeah. How chaotic would that be if we could get 60 players in game? That would be some craziness there, huh? The game would crash, it wouldn't run. Sixty people in game. Everyone gets 10 DU. Go. Lightning strike RS fly down everywhere. Or everybody gets 20 DU. Going on there, Ethan? Oh wow, same map back to back, huh? That's weird. What have we got over here this time? Draken's Barrage. Got a little easy peasy lane. Good enough. Looks like that one's already gotten. Give him some more mana. Yeah, great game for sure there, Rampage. I actually played a little DD2 or DD1 yesterday. I didn't make it very far. I'm still really bummed about losing all my stuff. And one of the things I found yesterday is I lost a lot more than I thought. Because you know how it is when you're showing off. You know, I was showing off too much. I had, as far as I can tell, all but like 1 or 2 of my Ultimate Plus Plus pieces laying on the floor in Tavern. When that update hit that cleared all that stuff. Sophisticus and Mayretha have been playing a bunch of DD1. I was going to try to get some matches in with them, but I just can't do it. You know, I worked so hard for all that stuff, so many hours, and lose it all. There was a update where everything that was on, this was like years ago, but there was a update where everything that was on the floor in the tavern got wiped, and you got mana for it. You got refunded all the mana you had invested into the stuff, but it all got wiped. And now I've got like billions and billions and billions of mana sitting in the item box, but I've got, my gear is all, like, I've got a bunch of Supreme pieces, and I mean, I've still got good gear, don't get me wrong, but it's not what it was. It's not super beast mode, crazy Ultimate Plus Plus gear everywhere now. I'm mainly in Supreme and Transcendent gear now. Across the board, really. You shouldn't worry about it, Zenity. The best place to farm XP, though, is always in Expeditions with a win streak bonus and a 4-player group. I'm sure there was a warning silence, but there was a time where I wasn't playing DD1, you know? I didn't go right from DD1 to DD2. I stopped playing DD1 and played other stuff for a long time before DD2 was out. So I'm sure there was a forum post or something, but I just wasn't following it at the time, you know? You gotta remember, when it all started for me in this action defense world, I was more of an Orcs Must Die guy. I started off as an OMD guy and kind of worked my way over to Dungeon Defenders. What's going on, Nico? Oh, if you've made it to 98, Cole, you can certainly make it to 100. There's no doubt there. Oh, see, that would have been a good pet nuke opportunity, and I'm missing out on my pet stuff because I keep forgetting that it's there. I'm so used to playing Dragolich. Orcs Must Die 2 was my absolute favorite. Loved OMD 2. Just such an incredible game. I do, but they're all really low quality. That was when I started the channel, Grab Shot. So there's a bunch of low quality videos of it. The guy to watch now, well, that's with Orcs Must Die Unchained, but the guy to watch with Orcs Must Die Unchained is Vermilion Phoenix. He does a lot of OMDU stuff. On 77 right now there, Murillo. $100 subscribers, what up? Doesn't look like my little Hadouken did much to that ogre. I Thanks so much for subscribing there, Rampage. I do appreciate you. Maybe I need to change this guy out for Gatto Fireworks. Fisk, what's up? Well, that depends on a lot of stuff, Steven. If you have gilded shards, you don't have to upgrade any shards. I mean, if you've got a good solid understanding of all the enemies in the game and you have good mods on all your stuff, yeah, you don't have to upgrade anything. But that's assuming you have good mods on all your stuff and you've got a really strong understanding of the game and all the enemies. You have to make them there, Joseph. It takes 11 shards total. So if you want to gilded deadly strikes, you have to have 11 deadly strikes. Plus a bunch of gold to make them. Enemies are the boar-looking guys. Let's see if I see any here. Oop, missed. So much for that nuke. Let's see. We got a lot of frozen mobs here. I don't see any warboars here right at the moment. The warboars are the big fat pigs. They look like big piggies. What's going on there, Hollow? Destructions are brutal there, Nico. I have terrible luck with those. I had really good luck just from random shard packs and Onslaught doing these resets. I actually I've added 1 gilded destruction to the mix out of the resets I've been doing. Yeah, the EV2 is one of the strongest in the game there, Ethan. It's a very good investment, for sure. That siege roller just wants to take his time. Oh, you can't fake the oh yes, Hollow. They gotta come natural, man. No way of just faking those. Quicksilver likes to make fun of some of the the new words I end up creating by random stuff that comes out. Right after you complete the campaign, you want to go to adventure mode, Rampage. After adventure mode, then you can start in either Onslaught or Expeditions. But the basic flow is campaign, adventures, then Onslaught and Expeditions are lateral progression. That dude disappeared. He got barbarianed right in the face. What's going on there, Erasable Wolf? How you doing? My favorite character is the monk. Period. The EV2 is great for DPS. The EV2 is actually my second favorite DPS character. If the EV2 had double jump, the EV2 would be my favorite, there's no doubt. Uh-oh, we lost somebody. We lose Peaky. It's alright, we got a freebie lane here pretty much. Controlled burn and armored. Well, that's screaming PDTs. Sorry, y'all. Loud truck out on the beach here. Clear up a little room while we're waiting for Peaky to come back. Oh, wow. Really filled up there. That Gobu boom actually wouldn't be terrible. But it's gone now. Where's my 10s at? Dang it. No luck. Alright. Now what do we want to do here? Let's CC him there, and then we'll get some Poison Dart Tower hotness. Can't jump. There we go. Got 2 there. Let's get 2 here as well. That'll wreck it. Looks like Beaumont's got everything built already while I was lollygagging. Lollygagging? Oh, Peaky got screwed. I hate it when you get that bug. I've had that several times on these pushes now. Oh. Let me jump in the water here real quick. See, dude, looking around, I don't see any air there, but let's get a little just in case down there. I think we're good. Beaumont built it all already. Looking good, looking good. Oh, something for physical damage. Yeah, we can do that. Oops. I got the physical damage right here. Which way is it going? It's going up that way. I'll throw another one up here. Just for giggles. Well, you can either use tenacity or range. You can outrange cyborgs. Cyborgs are actually easier to outrange than frost orcs are. You can outrange cyborgs just by stacking a lot of range on your stuff. If you kill them before, if you kill them before they get their EMP attack off, then it's a good game. Throw a couple of ups on this PDT lane over here. Oh, that stinks. I haven't seen a double drop yet. 2 10-10s on one item. I've seen screenshots of other people getting them, but I've never gotten one. Alright, I think we good now. What floor are we on? 78. We're getting there. Everything getting annihilated. You know what? Better hit those flyer lanes too. Get some ups on over there. I've been opening them, so I probably, I mean, I don't even know if I have one. I'm assuming I had an exclamation sitting there. But I've been cracking them open, so I don't have anything saved other than what I've gotten today on stream. Nah, the higher Onslaught you go, it seems like there's more. Like you have a greater chance of getting them. But they are pretty elusive. I've done lots and lots of maps without getting them. It sucks. I've been getting a lot of legendary, you know, cracking open mythicals between the Christmas tree and what I've gotten from Onslaught. I've been getting a lot of legendary drops coming out of the mythicals, and it's the same thing every time. It's always the sandwich costume. Like every time it's the sandwich. Feel robbed. Put those ballistas a little too close. Or a little too far out, I guess I should say. The flyer dive bombed him. Move that one too. There we go. Right now, what I want is a flare. I want that shark foot flare. I can't remember what it's called, but the one with the shark fins going around your feet. I really would absolutely love to get that. That, and I don't have the Guardian of the Dead for the Apprentice. And I'm assuming that you can get that in Defender packs because I've gotten the Squire and the Huntress out of Defender packs. Oh, a Skyguard got blown up too. I didn't see the Skyguard got blown up. I'll remedy that here. Oh, maybe, or I'll miss the chain I was trying to jump on. Assassin's coming. Let me deal with the assassins over here. There we go. I'm using campaign Skyguards, Beaumont, so if you've got better Skyguards, feel free to have at it. They're not the best Skyguards out there. That is for certain. Yeah, 4,800. Don't use them. That's fair. I know most people don't. I just love the monk. I use all the monk stuff. The Pristine Clusters only drop from dungeon maps, Jakari. So you want to do Chaos 7 dungeon maps to get Pristines. You'll get 1 or 2 per map. There's 1 guaranteed with a chance of getting a second. The grind for those things is real, that's for sure. It's a crazy grind. So what, next up we got the keep. And then we'll just have floor 80. It's just the relics. Well, it depends. If you've never done any C8 items, then you've probably got tons of those. Dropping AFK-ness. Oh, there's always AFK-ness. This is number 51, I believe, Manir. For me, it's... What is that? It's something... For Beaumont, that's... 70s, I think? 70s or 80s? Stupid Mouthies don't want to die. 69. Fair enough. Sweet. And here we go to the keep. I'm gonna do 70 for sure. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to make a decision when I get to 70, Nika. I'm not sure as far as going past that. Alright, and here we go. What do we get? What do we get? Long shot Psy-Lava Whompers with some Frosty Fada. I don't want to get a ballista in there. I don't want to get blown up though. Can I fit it right next to those? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I guess I can just throw it on the ground. Throw it on the ground. See, we got front line. We actually got some real friendly lanes down here on this side. Super friendly. See, we got everything? We can get some physical in here, huh? Put them back a little since we got EMPs. I think that'll get it. Dad'll get it. Blaze, what up, Blazing? How you doing? How to join a community in DD2. If you see someone that's in a community, you can click on them and then click communities and apply to their community. Besides that, you have to be invited. Uh-oh. I don't even know. Oh. Oh, we got little bomby bastards. Ooh, that was weird. It went around the other way. The controlled burn ones made a right instead of a left when they came out. That was very strange. Gonna have to keep an eye on that. Doesn't say controlled burn this way, does it? Nah, it's weird. A controlled burn mob ran this way. And that's what those guys were. I'll keep an eye on them. What the hell? Where are these guys coming from? Not sure what I'm missing here. They like glitched through the map or something, it looks like. Let's see. Throw this down too. It's like they came right through the map. I don't know. We're gonna have to watch them for sure. Shocking revelations will drop on any map, Sahil. Just play actively with an EV to increase your chances of getting it. I don't... If it's something exploity, I'm not going to do a video on it, Manir. Oh, it's not exploity? I know that there's placements too. What, I think it was Alexis. That Sky Hunter Queen Alexis. I think it was her, I'm not positive. Her or him, pardon me, don't mean to assume. That posted a image in Discord of places to put them where you don't see where they don't get frozen. Yeah, that Hadouken does nothing. I'm gonna have to switch this one over to Gato Fireworks. If you play the EV2 actively, it increases your chance of getting it, but you don't have to have it in there. Like just what Blaze just said. Where you at, Mr. Dragon? Going over this way this time. Oh, we got double dragoned. We got the bug. I can't really look at it right now. Sorry there, King. Give me just a sec. If I look away right now, then Beaumont's gonna be like, WTF, dude? Learn to pay attention. You just keep playing, King Smith. Keep progressing. As soon as you get a champion score high enough to go to the next tier, you move up to the next tier. It's a game about constant progression in the beginning. You just want to get up to the next chaos tier. It's a grind game. It's a massive grind game. So doing one map does nothing for you. It's about what you get out of doing 50 maps or 100 maps or whatever. You're just not going to get, unless you're just starting off, you're not going to see upgrades off of one map. It's a very RNG dependent game. But step one would be getting to Chaos 7. So the first thing you want to do is get to Chaos 7. So as soon as you have the champion score to move up. Well, then if you got the champion score, then it's about your shards and your mods. I mean, it's all about shards. You can have great gear with crap shards and get terrible, terrible results. So you got to have the right shards for the job. Defense rate, destruction, deadly strikes. That's the big enchilada. I mean, the game is more about shards than it is about your gear, to be honest with you. Get shards, you just gotta grind the tiers. Destruction's Chaos 1, defense range or deadly strikes is Chaos 3, and defense rate is Chaos 4. And it just takes doing a bazillion maps. Literally a full bazillion. Defense, destruction, defense rate, deadly strikes on every defense in the game, just 19. And then make adjustments from there. Like Lightning Strike R's is one that I felt like I didn't need deadly strikes. I thought the range was good enough. So I pulled out deadly strikes and put in Vampiric Empowerment to get more power. But it's, you know, those three shards, destruction, deadly right, deadly strikes, and defense rate, literally on every defense. Go with that in every defense and then make changes from there. I mean, they are the 3 most important shards in the game, no doubt. Draken Lord. Gonna get wrecked. He's gonna get stuck, is what he's gonna do. I was hoping to get some Frostfire in there, but... we got a little bit in there. Mr. Frosty Pants. There we go. Well, I done popped that a little early, huh? Boost wasted. Here we go. 79 complete. It's such a long 6 minutes, though, Blaze. It feels like forever when you're waiting for a roller to despawn. The longest 6 minutes in DD2. What do we got? Give us some Gates of Dragonfall. Let's end off on a easy peasy lemon squeezy note here. It tells you on the war table, Bob. This will work too. What do we got? EMPs. Oop, wrong monk. High rollers. Rollers. Gonna be good. We're good, right? That's a little far back. Let me come up closer here. There we go. That'll work. What's going on there, Equim? How you doing? Not shards, mods. If you want an EV2 mod like Shocking Revelations, if you play actively on the EV2, it will increase your chances of getting it. Still collecting your soul, just woke up. Fair enough. Doing good. Had some connection problems earlier, but after screaming at the ISP and a bazillion resets, first I thought it was a Windows update, but no Windows update ever came. Oh, the pet nuke worked that time. I think we did. Go hide from the roller over here. Seems like a good spot to hide. Oh, dang. Maybe that wasn't a good spot to hide, after all. What is the most suitable sword mods? Well, I mean, it depends on how you're building the character. If you're going ability power or hero damage, but it would be the same in C2 as it is everywhere else. It is and it isn't, Manir. I mean, I guilded it, but one of the reasons I guilded it was to free up 10 inventory spaces. So it depends on how you look at it. I can show you the stats of it gilded here as soon as we get to the break. Same can be said about a lot of shards, though. It's like you gild it just to free up the inventory space. It's 38% gilded. And then the drench time stays the same. That's the real challenge there, Sahil. Yeah, I'll probably do a... Well, I got such a late start. I'll probably do... This is going to be the last map here. So I'll probably take a short break. I actually need to run to the store real quick. And then come back with something else. I'll probably do a little Stardew Valley. I debated on going into the Arabillions again. And now that I know, I guess you just don't save those mods. When you're doing the Steam Workshop maps, it's best to play all the way through it and not try to save and restart it later. I can't reset on stream because I got to get somebody online to trade my mods off Silence. I mean, I could reset on stream tomorrow, but then I wouldn't be able to play any DD2 tonight. Or I guess I could. Just play C7. I haven't been in Stardew in a while, though. I'm way overdue. So I'd like to have a little chillaxing Stardew evening, probably. But like I said, I'm going to have to run to the store real quick. I got to get me some food. The fridge is empty. I'm not sure the exact number, KXMZY. Not positive at all. Maybe somebody in chat knows. It's been so long since I've done that. I just don't remember. I was tempted to do that with my weapon manufacturer relic, or like I wanted to try to do a speed reset with on one of these resets and actually spend a little, you know, spend some crafting materials into upgrading stuff. About 2 mil. Yeah, Beaumont said he thinks it's about 2 mil. That sounds about right. Yeah, there's a bunch of... If you go to my guides and tutorials playlist on my channel, there's a bunch of videos there. You can kind of go through and pick and choose. But the main thing is... just realize that it's a massive grind game. So it's going to take you a long time to get to where you want to go. Or not necessarily a long time, but it's going to take you running a lot of maps. And the main thing you should really focus on first is progressing and getting the shards that you want. Shards are a big point, a big aspect of the game. They provide a lot of the power in the game. So getting the proper shards is definitely a big deal. Big old ice cubes. Got the big cubes going over here. See if I can get a pet nuke on Thork when he comes out. Let me get these flyers handled first. Where is Thork? It's hard to tell with the ice cube situation where the mobs are. Oh, there he is. He's right in front. Yeah, that was a one shot. You go, little kitty cat. Maybe you're not too bad after all. Little Hadouken action. It takes like a lot of getting used to on the PS4 there, Nico, with that turning, with the tower placement. And Xbox as well is the same way. Oop, I got cobolted. Cobolted right in the face. 3 mobs left. Oh, fail pole smash. Supposed to pole smash his backside, not his front side. It almost worked. It was so close. Try it again. It died already. Beaumont says, have a nice day. But there we go. That was floor 80. So this AP reset is complete. Which is very nice. One more down. 1 down, 19 to go, or whatever. Where it's really rough is when you go back and forth, Blazing. When I was playing on the PS4 a lot, and I went back and forth constantly between the PS4 and the PC, I had that an awful lot. Alright, let's see. Did I have... Yeah, I guess I did have... I had 2 green defender packs. Crack those bad boys open. Oh, purple drop. Hive Striker Wings. I've already got them, but 780,000 gold. I will take that. For sure. Let's open one more. And we got nothing but poo out of that one, but that's alright. Now let's take a look at my gold. I'm at 115 million now. I spent a bunch yesterday on crafting materials, but if we look at my crafting material vault, it is definitely coming around nicely here. Getting a lot of stuff. So, what, up to 28 Chaos 8 amps. I've got 4,100 pristine modes, 1,400 planes, 2,400 shinies. Here's the biggest problem right here. Only 265 pristine clusters. And I'm going to need like thousands of them. Literally thousands. So I'm really hoping Trendy does something to reduce the cost of upgrading to C8 with the clusters and the moats for sure. I mean, hopefully they reduce the cost on all of it. But definitely those 2 items with C8, it's just out of control bad. But anyway, Beaumont and Peaky, thank you all so much for joining. I do appreciate it. And I'm going to take a short break, and I will be back in a bit here. Probably like in an hour tops. I'll be back with a little bit of Stardew Valley, I think. Do a little Stardew tonight. But thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all soon. Take it easy.